Okay, this lesson is about poems and alliteration. Alliteration, I think we've talked about maybe once this year. Alliteration is the use of words that begin with the same letter in the same sentence or in a poem. Words like here, rumbles, rattles, and roars. I heard rumbles, rattles, and roars as I went down the road. All of these words start with an R. That would be alliteration. And even with these words, you can hear the word itself makes you think of a sound, makes you think of what you're hearing. It rumbles, it rattles, it roars. Okay, this one, pick a peck of pickled peppers. Okay, that's a tongue twister that we've said a lot. And all of those words have the P, except for our small words in between. Pick a peck of pickled peppers. And that would be an example of alliteration. Okay, we're going to look in our book. Okay, you do not have this book. This is in your big book. It says, read about 2 inventions you know well. So this one is windshield wipers. And it's written by Rebecca Kai Doltlick. Squish, squish, squeaky swish, tossing rain side to side. Squish, squish, squeaky squish, flap, flap, puddle glide. Slosh, slosh, sloshing wash, plish, plish, tidal toss. Squeaky squish, 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 sway, a perfect windshield wiper day. Okay, as you're reading that, can you almost hear those windshield wipers going back and the noise that they make? Squish, 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 squeegee, squeegee, squish. Okay, so the sounds that we have, words we have that begin the same sound. Here we have squa, 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 squa. We have s, 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 s. Okay, all the words that start with S. Slosh, slosh, sloshing. And again, squeaky squish, 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 sway. All the words with this S sound. And even at the end of these words, slosh, slosh, sloshing, wash, plish, plish. Okay, alliteration, the repetition of the sound, and that gives you almost the sound that you're hearing. So this is one invention. Do you think that that was a useful invention, windshield wipers? Have you ever tried to go down the road and your windshield wipers weren't working? And when it's raining hard, it's really hard to see out the window if your windshield wipers are not working. Okay, the next problem we have is scissors. Think of that. Have you ever stopped to think? Somebody had to invent those scissors that you use. Also, this is by Rebecca Kai Doltlick. Okay, X slides open, squeezes shut, snip, 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 carve, cut. Okay, once again, we have our S's, slides, squeezes, snip, snip, snip. Silver mouth, yawning wide, clip, 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 split, divide. Slash, gnash, dice up, dice, criss, cross, criss, slice, slice, paper cutters, steel shears, X swings out, then disappears. Okay, and it is talking about the scissors. X, it makes an X when it is open. Okay, X slides open, squeezes shut, snip, 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 carve, and cut. Silver mouth is like a mouth that's open, yawning wide, clip, 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 split, divide, slash, gnash, dice up, dice. Okay, you can dice up the paper, cut it up small. Criss, cross, criss, slice, slice, paper cutters, steel shears, another word for the scissors, shears, steel shears, X swings open, then disappears. Okay, and again, you're hearing a lot of the S sounds, silver mouth, split, slash, slice, steel shears, and also you're hearing it at the end, criss, cross, criss. So a lot of alliteration, using the same letters over and over. What problems do windshield wipers and scissors solve? Well, windshield wipers solve the problem of your windshield being covered with rain to where you can't see out. It also helps to get some of the dirt off your window, and it also helps to get the snow off your window when it's snowing. And what about scissors? Scissors help you to cut up paper the way you need it, to curl ribbon, and to cut the things that you need to cut. Okay. Let's look in our red workbook on page 245. In poems, some words that are close together all start with the same sound. This is called alliteration. Sailor Sally sails across the sea. Now these are talking alliteration is when they all start with the same sound, but we even have sometimes that sound at the end of some of the words. Sometimes the words sound like what they tell about. The wishing wind wheezed and whistled. You can hear the wishing wind wheezed and whistled. Okay, you can hear the sound. Okay, read the sentence out loud. Circle words that begin with the same sound. The bees buzz at the big brown bear. Okay, all the words start with the letter B. The bees buzz at the big brown bear. Clang, clatter, cups crash and shatter. Here we have words that begin with C. Clang, clatter, cups crash, and you can even hear them crash as you're saying the words. Okay. It says, say the words, circle words that start with the same sound, then use them to make a sentence. Okay, this one starts with C, D, C, B, C. So I'm seeing a lot of C's. So I'm going to circle cats, can, and catch. And I need to write a sentence that has the letter C. So I'm going to write, cats can catch a cold. So cats can, leave space, can catch, leave space, a, leave space, cold, leave space. And a period at the end. So we have cats can catch a cold. Okay. Next one we have an H, D, D, G, D. So I'm seeing 3 Ds. Dogs dig down. Hid and good do not start with a D. So I'm looking at do dogs dig down deep? So my first word is going to be do. Leave space, dogs. I'm having a hard time writing down here on the bottom line with one hand. Do dogs dig, leave space. Dig down, leave space. Once again, I'm not doing a very good job down here on the bottom line. Dig down deep. And how am I going to end this one? What am I going to put at the end? Am I going to put a period? No, because I'm asking a question. When I start a sentence with do, that's a question. So I'm going to have to put a question mark. So a backward C down to the dotted line, and then straight down, almost down to the bottom line, and a dot, like a period on the line. So do dogs dig down deep? And all of my words start with a D. And that is called what? Alliteration. Okay.